What up? What up? What up? What up, people? What up? That new Mobb Deep album is fire. Sheesh. Shit is getting hectic, man. It's a lot of, when you get to that point where you know, crossing over and leaving a past life behind and becoming 100% legit, it's turbulence. And I understand why some people just get frustrated and give up. I just learned a valuable lesson. I just was sitting with this tax repair chick, and I paid off a credit card that I had for 2 years, and I closed it. I canceled the credit card. And I just learned that that's gonna hurt me. I was told you never cancel a credit card. You know, you just pay them up to date, but you keep them forever. And that is an indicator of, I guess, how long you have a specific credit card is a good sign on your credit score or some shit like that. My man said, big mistake. Yeah, I'm taking all the lumps. Chick just told me, nah, man, you don't do that. I'm like, damn. So, the university that I attend, most of the information that I absorb come from YouTube. She was looking at me like I was crazy. Yes, I use YouTube as a university. So I'm listening to different financial people speak, and I'm trying to figure this shit out. You know what's hard? Was the most uncomfortable position for me is explaining to people who I am. So I just was sitting down with this, guess she's a grant writer and a financial advisor and a bunch of other shit, right? And I was explaining to her what it was that I did, and she was asking me different questions like, why you need so many websites, or why you doing this like that, why you doing this like that. And I'm trying to be modest. I'm trying not to tell her, man, I got a worldwide following. I'm the dribble. You know what I'm saying? So she pull up my websites and shit, and she like, damn. And I'm explaining to her, I built all this shit from the muscle. I've never ever got any money from no financial institutions. Not no significant money. I've borrowed money from the credit union as Jamil, but as Gully TV LLC, I've never been able to do that. They have a requirement, the credit union that I'm at, they have a requirement that they want a 680 credit score to give me 5 figures. Anything less than 5, that ain't gonna help me and shit, right? And I made a video prior on this platform explaining to y'all that I out-hustle the credit system, meaning they be wanting you to do all of this jumping through all these hoops and shit to establish a certain type of credit score, but this shit takes time, right? And the time that it takes to establish a specific credit score, I've launched the PA Knit Dynasty, I've launched the TRIFECTA, I've launched all of these different methods of creating revenue for myself, and it almost makes the credit system obsolete in my mind. Like, man, I've been getting by without you motherfuckers. Motherfuck y'all. But I be around people who be getting all these fucking grants and shit. And I'm like, man, if somebody ever gave me 30, 20, 50, anything like that, I probably invent, ain't no telling what I come up with, man. You know what I'm saying? I built this shit from the muscle on my own. I never understood that number system. I don't understand it either. So she just asked me, she like, so I got the company, it's in a folder, right? The LLC. Everything that applies to this LLC is contained within the folder. And she asked me about in order for you to apply for certain grants, they want to know basically what you're going to spend it on. I said, they want me to write down what it is that I'm going to spend it on? Yeah, and she was like, yeah, it's called operating capital. So I'm thinking to myself, what would I spend it on? Most people, when they need when they use operating capital, they buy inventory. I got that already. They buy a company car. I got that already. They buy a new Benz. I got that already. They buy computers. I got that already. They buy cameras. It's just, I'm like, man, I did all this shit from the muscle. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck would I spend their money on? I'm saying to myself, shit, if motherfucker gave me 50, first motherfucker I'm gonna spend some money on is my motherfucking self. Cause the business is straight. The business is straight. So she like, well, she gave me this template for writing a business plan. And I gotta write down a story. I gotta write down what my aspirations are. My aspirations could be summed up in a few words. Business plan. Man, I came to dominate. I come from the streets. I come from the drug game. All I know is buy and sell and shit like that, right? So all of the jargon, all of the details, the elaborate story that people talk about in regards to launching or maintaining a business, I ain't got no rap. I don't. All I do is create, execute, and dominate. That's all I know. And while we was having this discussion, she was mentioning things like, you know, well, what if this happens? Well, what if that happens? My mind don't work like that. If I establish an idea in my mind, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It ain't gonna be ain't nothing gonna happen. That's just what type of nigga I am. That's just what type of confidence I carry and shit. I'm the dribble almighty. And that's what I know. I go places and put my thing down in areas where people didn't feel that it could happen. Like she just asked me about why am I opening another office? And I was explaining to her. She's upstairs, by the way. I was like, I got an office downstairs. She looked at me like, for real? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she's asking me, well, why are you, because our meeting originated as she was going to take a look at this lease agreement that I have. I've been having, this whole morning has been something else. I'm going to tell you all about it. So she, my meeting was her, I was referred to her. She's like, you know, an expert. She wanted to look at my lease agreement. She said, so did you already sign it? I said, yeah, I already signed it. She said, so you made up your mind already? I said, yeah. And I explained to her why. I said, my business, I said, I got online businesses. They outgrew my house. I can't keep putting all that shit in my house. I need more offices. So, I'm talking to her about PA Knitting, Fashion Bomb Couture, right? During the course of that, I explained to her that I have an office downstairs. She said, for what? I said, I'm Gully TV Media. She said, well, why can't you operate the other businesses out of that office? And I tried my best not to tell her, like, I'm a big fucking deal. I need more space. That's it. I tried to tell her as modest as possible, but this is after I was at State Farm. I had to go there to get an insurance policy, right? A commercial business insurance policy. When I get there, these motherfuckers doing an investigation, man. I came to buy it or pay for an insurance policy. Let's get to that. Why is y'all asking me about me? So what is it that you do? I told them about PA Knit, the dynasty. I had already gave them my business card. So she pull up the site. Her eyes get big. She like, God damn. She like, do you make these hats? Do you make these hats? I said, no, I employ a few people. I shouldn't have said that because then it turned into something else. And I'm like, why the fuck is you asking me all of this shit? I just came here to get insurance for this fucking office. And I'm like, man, one thing about, another thing that just happened too, right? While I'm talking to this lady, this financial advisor, she told me out of her mouth that when I'm dealing with the credit union that I should lie and say, she said lie out of her mouth. She said, just make up something and just tell them that you need the money for this and this and this and that. I said, listen, I said, I come from the streets, right? I come from wrongdoing. I have a phobia of telling these financial institutions lies and shit like that. Like, I'm trying to straighten up and clean up, and you're telling me that I need to tell them a lie. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with doing that. Whenever I told a lie to any type of organization, I ended up getting in trouble for the shit. So I got a phobia of that shit. And she was like, she kind of like chuckled and shit, but I told her I'm being for real. Like, man, less information is always better. I'm learning that. State Farm is the worst. I was referred to State Farm by the chick that the people who I leased this new office from. I was referred to them by them. So I went based on their referral. All this shit is new. Man, listen. When you set up a dope spot, you ain't got to put your name on no motherfucking documents. You ain't got to answer no questions or nothing. We see a spot and we be open in an hour and shit, fully functional. So all of this shit is it's all new to me, for real. He said, I don't think she wrong, man. They track everything. Eventually it might come back. I can't go to fucking jail. I can't be telling no motherfucking, I can't be telling people no goddamn lies. Hell no. So I'm not comfortable with that. State Farm is a bunch of crooks. Go to an independent broker. I didn't tell. He said, the less you tell people, the better. You talking about some street shit. I'm talking about some legitimate shit. Listen, in the streets, if you tell a motherfucker a lie, they probably ain't going to investigate it because they used to being lied to, and you might be telling your lie to a liar. These is white folks. They specialize in investigating and booking niggas and putting niggas in jail and shit. I'm already going through a lot of shit because when I call to conduct a business deal, I speak professionally. Everything's great. When I show up and they see that I'm black, it might go in another direction. I'm dealing with all of that shit. So I got this business plan now. Now I gotta put into words what I plan to do. When? Why the fuck do I gotta write a paragraph about what I plan to fucking do? I plan to win. That's what I've been doing. Get a broker, they would do everything for you. Use Chat GPT. Before you ask anyone, ask the AI. The more you make, they see, they will tax you extra. When she got to asking me about money, I immediately became suspicious. I damn near got up and ran up out her fucking office and shit. God damn, I ain't used to being interrogated. I ain't been in trouble in a long time. They make you jump through hoops for that bread. A lot of businessmen also Open up WBE businesses, women owned without a woman on the site. I've been thinking about that, right? But if I involve a female in my business, I might have to deal with her in a certain way. And it might not go away and then she get to fucking with my business and shit. I can't have that. I'm not gonna lie, Chat GPT will tell you everything you need to know. It'll break it down step by step and kid form if you need it, and you gotta understand the game. All right. That's a hustle and you have more access to loans and opportunity. Damn, Gully, you're going through a lot. I got some fucking plans and shit. I have to straighten up. Everybody's saying something and shit. Like, you know, even PayPal be saying little shit. They be saying shit that they shouldn't be saying to me and shit. They be sending me emails that they shouldn't be saying. I'm putting up numbers and it's just too many inquiries going on. Women and money don't mix. Gotta have someone you could trust. Oh, let me tell you what else happened. While we're talking about this credit repair shit, she pulled up this website. I can't remember the name of it. And she was saying that can you have somebody, a family member, a friend who can refer you? I think that's the word she used. Like, I'm in Navy Federal Credit Union now, right? And I was plugged in there with someone who's a member. It's a friend of mine. Boom. I was just asked, basically, do I have someone who could vouch for me or someone who could refer me or some... I'm like, man, I don't got them kind of friends. I don't got that type of... My family... Black people don't do shit like that. The way that I interpreted what she's saying, it was a cosign. Exactly. I was like, now you know niggas don't be cosigning for niggas. Straight up. I'm like, I had to sell a building that I had because that's another story. I'm going to just leave that alone. White friends come in handy. I'm like, man, website for the knit, pa-knit.com, or you can go to the realdribble.com. You can get them at both sites. I'm like, man, she started laughing. I'm like, how the fuck are you going to get somebody in your family to co-sign for you on anything when black people be charging their family members money to live with them and shit like that? Me, I would never, and I'm not speaking of my situation, but me, if one of my family members needed to stay with me, I'm not gonna charge them no fucking money. I'm not wired like that. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. But niggas be doing that. Niggas look at their family members as tenants and shit like that. You can't get a motherfucker that mind function like that to help you out that's niggly shit. That's crab shit. So they not gonna help you in no business endeavor. Like, them white friends come in handy. I needed a co-signer for my first car. Couldn't find a soul. Man, I knew not to even attempt that just from overhearing shit that my older brother went through for the co-signing and shit like that. Like, I used to hear his exchanges with my mother about co-signing and just hear her talking about co-signing over the phone and shit like that. I would just, not gonna happen. My man said the block was my co-sign. Me too. What about the person that referred you to them? I ain't fucking her no more. This is why I'm trying to tell you, you can't be involved in females in your shit, man, because then you got to play by their rules and shit. Like, long as you fucking them, you good. If it go in another direction, they'll sabotage everything. I can't involve no female in my shit, man. They too erratic, too unpredictable, too emotional and shit like that. Especially with me, man. I'm gonna attract. I can't help it, like, for real. Being a cosigner opens you up to get burnt. I ain't gonna burn nobody. I'm doing better than most of anybody that I know that could co-sign for me. You probably got a better credit score, credit history. I got more cash than you though. Co-signing the wrong person will fuck your credit up. Credit equal I trust you. I went through an audit a few years ago, the IRS based off me selling too many cars without a dealer's license. I went through hell. That's the type of situation that I'm basically encountering now. I put up too many numbers online, and I believe PayPal ratted me out. This nigga got money. So, I'm stressing right now. I'm about to go break my fast and everything. I'm that beat down. It's only 1 p.m. I still got to work out. And I need to go lay down. I ain't felt this tired in recent years. Like, just off dialogue and conversation. I feel like I just went to trial and shit. Shit is crazy. I'm like, they want you to do all of this for some goddamn money? Man, I'm gonna go sell some more knits. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go through that with my websites. All I gotta do is post them and stock them. The merch speak for itself. He said that's stress. Hell yeah. Jay-Z said the streets will take a young nigga and give him an old face. Corporate America give your ass an old face too. I have an 800 credit score, and without bread, it means nothing. Cash is still king. I went through the same situation at 21, reselling jewelry on eBay and PayPal. I'm just getting the situation cleared at 29. So you understand what I'm saying? This is what happened with me. Remember I made that video? It's on this channel, and I told y'all I made my first 100,000. That shit was recorded by PayPal. From that point on, I've been having issues. So I understand the whole under the table shit. I understand why people be hiding their finances and shit, and I totally get it. I do. I get it. I get it. 800 credit score here and very limited cash. It doesn't matter until they want to limit you. Cash is king. You may have to go the Dame Dash route and use your own chicken. Been using my own paper. The turbulence is caused by me wanting some of their paper. OPM, other people's money. I like the sound of it. I'm watching people that do less business than me get grants and shit. The fuck? They just gave you $60,000? You serious? This nigga here, they just gave you $40,000? They just gave you $1? You fucking serious? Who? Oh, it's a grant for minority-owned businesses, or it's a grant for revitalization of this, or it's a grant for this. And I'm like, I ain't never got no paper from no organizations like that. You got that 100 grand bar, remember that, Candy? They got your hustle on trial. I always take one of the male elders of my family when going to handling big business or making a big purchase. My father passed away. All the elders around me is drunk or on drugs and shit. I ain't got nobody. It's just me. Downtown revitalization. That's the conversation that we just had about the downtown revitalization shit. What it mean when you cramp up doing sit-ups, you need to eat bananas and drink water. You need to learn to turn that credit into cash and invest it into the market. I made $600,000 off a $2,000 loan, Best Buy card. I hope I read that correctly. You ain't get the PPP loan? I thought I was gonna get locked up. I ain't get no PUA money or no PPP loans. Them same bum ass niggas that was riding around these Benzes and Beamers 4 years ago, them niggas is walking. Them niggas is walking right now. And they ain't walking the track either. I thought they was going to jail. They ass just walking. You know what I'm saying? But me, the type of energy that surrounds me, I'm chosen, right? So if I do anything foul, I'll go to jail. It's against my nature. It's against the path that was set for me and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying? If I try anything, if I try any monkey shit, I'm gonna be the one to go to jail, where everybody else will get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not my rightful place based on my bloodline and lineage. It's not my rightful place to be doing anything that's corrupt. If I do it, I'm going to jail, and I know this. Whereas I watch other niggas get away with the shit. So I knew not to fuck around with that PUA shit. Because like I said, I'd be in the penitentiary some fucking way. He said, I feel that. It's the truth. You gotta understand your purpose and just suck it up. And if you try to deviate from that, if you ever deviate from the path, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Thank you. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. You lucky to get crumbs after them big companies eat up revitalization contracts and grants. Yeah, I fuck with the new Mob Deep. Make sure y'all check out my video I put out last night about MTV. I enjoy doing that. MTV is a very integral part of my childhood and shit like that. I grew up watching Billy Joel videos and ZZ Top, Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Simply Red, Phil Collins, all that. Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching. Yeah, I grew up watching that shit on MTV. This was before rap like just took over and just blew up. I also like Fred Durst, The Police, Boy George, Culture Club. I like Fred Durst. I like what's them dudes? Think LFO. I liked them. All of that, you get all of that on your palate from watching MTV. But they retired all music programming on MTV. Wham. Yeah. Limp Bizkit, Gloria Velez, Duran Duran. Yeah, Van Halen, Jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Yeah. So, damn, y'all naming all of them. All the Stone Temple Pilots, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, we grew up on that shit. Bon Jovi, Mick Jagger, the Thompson Twins. He said, damn, you old Hall and Oates. I just went to see Daryl Hall in concert not long ago. Lionel Richie. Yeah. All right. So I did the video about MTV. They removed all the music programming, and for some reason it made me sad. I'm like, damn, MTV was the last to go. All of them other networks is gone. USA, that was Cartoon Express. The Superstation, WGN, that was a Chicago station. We used to watch all the Bulls games, and Bozo the Clown, if you grew up watching Bozo the Clown. That was on WGN. WTBS, that's in Atlanta. I think they still on, but MTV was like the last to go. So yeah, it's the end of an era, and it was killed by some people were saying that MTV should have created an app. So when we go, you got your Roku remote and you be flipping through all those apps. MTV should have made an app, and you open the app and you can watch a bunch of music videos that play back to back, like Pandora. You know how Pandora plays music? Imagine an app. MTV should have been an app. You could open it and, you could select 80s videos, 90s videos, 2000s. And MTV would have been perfect operating in that capacity, but they never adapted. They just went belly up, man. But I will definitely miss MTV, for real. He said, I like the Real World. Yeah, the Real World came from MTV. I think Heather B was on the first episode. Well, you could say that MTV was like the first to introduce reality television. And then it just took over the whole goddamn channel. It ain't even about music anymore. If you're gonna call it music television, MTV, it should have an element of music there. But I will miss the golden years. Kurt Loder, Carson Daly, Ananda Lewis, she passed away. Just the end of an era. Il Columbia jacket. Thank you, man. I'm of that era and shit. Columbia is still thorough to me. They let YouTube corner the market. Yeah, they pushed them right out of position. I appreciate y'all coming through. I was actually having a very, very rough ride. Seriously, this morning was really, really something. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna go get some rest. I got some things to do. They did it to themselves. They didn't need all them damn shows. Wasn't Pimp My Ride? Pimp My Ride was on MTV. MTV Cribs. What was the name of the fucking MTV had a celebrity basketball game that was dope. They just fucked the channel up, man. They did. Will be missed. Will be missed. Punked. Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. That's Yo MTV Raps. Rock and Jock. Yeah, the Rock and Jock games. Gonna miss all of that shit. Punked. Make sure y'all watch my video. For those who new to the channel, I have. Maybe I can pull this up. I have 10,000. Look at Stephen A. Smith. I was going to do a video on him. MTV has shut down all music channels after 40 years of being active. I was going to pull up a screenshot of all my new subscribers. This past month, I have 11,000 new subscribers this month. I appreciate all of y'all coming through. I noticed something about YouTube, and it caused my channel to grow this past month. Whatever is the topic in the nigga world of YouTube, I do the total opposite. I've been making videos that appeal to a larger audience than the hip hop community. And it's worked for me. That was a way for me to attract new fans. I did that video about my man passing away and how you should maintain good health. I did that. I interviewed Gongu Roach, who spoke about being a forensic, I forget the word he named, but he was an expert on royalties and shit like that. Try to bring a lot more educational shit here. And it had a lot to do with the reason why I did this MTV video. This MTV video will appeal to a larger audience than the just the black urban community and shit like that. So oh man. What cities is in here today? I appreciate y'all coming through. He said, men at work. Gully, I'm working on a basketball documentary similar to Hoop Dreams. I'd like to interview you for it. I'm totally with it. Get at me, gullytvboss@gmail. Chicago, Fort Lauderdale, Charlotte, North Carolina, the BX, Baton Rouge, Virginia, Stockton, California, Boston, what up? Georgia, Sacramento, Jacksonville, Connecticut, Far Rock, what up? I got Beneficial Lord and Flea Lord on my upcoming album. Ankasa interview thoughts. He said Jim never liked him. He told me that before. Shit. That's Un's truth. He felt that he wasn't always appreciated by the diplomats. Diplomats is a bunch of shitty characters. Them niggas ain't right. the diplomats, they aren't nice people. So that's what Un was testifying to. They weren't really nice people. And as you see how the diplomat collective ended up, that's what happens when you're not a nice person. Everything be all fucked up. You doing physical copies? Definitely. Definitely. Keep doing your thing, putting up numbers. I plan to. I'm about to get up out of here. I just had to vent for a minute. I appreciate y'all listening. But yeah, when you turn it legit, there's some turbulence involved. And don't let it discourage you, because I ain't gonna let it discourage me. I'm in it to win it. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I'm gonna be I imagine I'll be live streaming from my other office pretty soon. Y'all get a chance to see all the merchandise and everything that I've been doing with Fashion Bomb Couture and PA Knit. Anyway, grown man on deck. GRVM, Grams on deck. Just copped the PA Knit. I appreciate you, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications, man. I'm about to go eat and get my head together. It's been a very, very tumultuous morning. It's Monday, it's Columbus Day. And it get greater later. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. I gotta go. Peace.